Hey everyone, this is Jubbs. Alright, I know I said that I was going to talk about, going to AAC, and that's tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. But right now, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about emotions in video games. Let's talk about completing video games. Let's talk about the emotions that you feel being hooked onto a character or being hooked onto a storyline and just getting involved into it. I'm going to first off by saying that I can count on my fingers how many games I've actually completed, because I'm not really a completionist. I play the game, I enjoy it, and then when I get to a certain point, I just stop playing. And it's not just because it's not really like I don't like the game. It's just that I feel like the games are so long that the gameplay gets so repetitive, and that I just want to enjoy the game. If that means that I don't see the big grand finale, well, I guess that's maybe because I didn't really get too attached to the certain characters, and that's not really my fault. I just wasn't really that into it. Even as a kid, I mean, I really didn't beat any games. I mean, I can't tell you any specific old games that I actually beat. I mean, it wasn't even until I was 14 that I was playing some of the NES games on emulators, and I actually played long enough because I could save and get to the ending. I have a really maybe not a short attention span, but I like instant gratification. And like I guess games that are just too long, I mean I can't handle anymore. Especially sandbox games. I'm pretty much done. I love Skyrim, I love Elder Scrolls, but I'm never gonna play long enough to get to finish the main storyline. But let's talk about emotions. I mean, there's gonna be so many times where you're playing through a story and you get so hooked onto a character, so hooked onto a storyline that you just get raged. And like it's like it's like if you've ever played Heavy Rain, and you get attached to certain characters and you want to see them succeed. Or just even right now, I just finished Sleeping Dogs, um, which is fantastic. Uh, I mean, honestly, my favorite character in the game was Jackie. I feel like he was a great. Um, I think he was like just a great character altogether. He's been in the neighborhood a long time. Um, he has attachments to a lot of the main characters. He's seen Dog Eyes and the other guy that you work for. He's seen them grown up. He's seen everything from just the light, happy part of being in a gang to the extreme parts of being in a gang, and yet he still has that youth and that just innocent kind of like feel. So it's like even though he's part of a gang, he feels innocent, and you can see that he wants something better. He thought maybe as a kid he thought it would be cool, but he wants to grow up now, and I had to, I feel that a lot, and plus he's just an overall funny guy and just really lighthearted. Any mission that you do with him, I treasure, and it's like I'm gonna put a big spoiler sign up now. Lots of spoilers, but like when you have to go around and save his ass and everything, I felt so emotional to the point that when I got to the ending of the game and I was killing the final boss, yes, I'm gonna say final boss because even though I don't want to like spoil it so much that people don't want to watch this. So I'm just gonna say when I got to the final boss and I killed him, I was screaming vendetta. As I'm watching this video and him killing the boss, I am screaming vendetta, 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 vendetta. And I mean, that's just the emotion that I felt. And like, I've never been one to really complete that many games, and when I get to the ending, I can feel this like, oh. There are some games that people finish that I really didn't feel an emotion for. Final Fantasy X for one. I mean, I got to the ending for that, and I really liked it. I thought it was a brilliant ending, and different things like that. But I didn't really feel any kind of emotion, to be honest. Maybe because the story that it was trying to bring up, I couldn't really feel any attachment to. Maybe I was too young to understand the whole father-son religion and politics and love and all that kind of crap. But yeah, I mean, I'm so nerdy that when I played Arkham City and you get to the ending of that made me freak out to see a beloved character in that kind of situation. Man, it is really hard to talk about endings without wanting to spoil it. But the main point of this is that if you were able, at least a person like me, if you're able to get to the ending, you should have some kind of emotion, some kind of reason, some kind of attachment for it. For me, I just wanted to see the main character die because I thought in Sleeping Dogs that their antagonists were just so good. Like, they wanted to become so powerful that they were willing to stomp on anybody for it. I can't really think of any other games that I beat. I mean, I know that there are a lot that I beat, but I can't necessarily remember any of them. I mean, I remember I played Elder Scrolls, and that's impossible to beat. It just got too much for me. Most of the games I play are online games anyway, so can't really get to the ending of that. Or, I got to the endings of Warcraft and stuff, and I felt emotion with that, because... Not Warcraft 3. I thought the ending for Warcraft 3 was too sappy for my tastes, but still like the endings for the, for the orc race and stuff, but... Yeah. I think I need to pick up some more single-player games and get to the endings of them. I'm trying to remember what RPGs I've got to the end to. Maybe I should pick them up and dust them off again. Anyways, the point is, if there are any games right now that you haven't got to the end to, you might want to pick them up and get to work on that and feel that emotion. Maybe there was a reason why you didn't get to the ending. For me, sometimes I just stop playing. It could be a new game that came out, got me distracted. I mean, I had an entire slew of games, and I mean, anybody who's ever bought anything off of Steam, especially during the holiday rush when you can get like 80 games for like $20, people should know what I'm talking about. Where like you just have so many games backed up that you just lose interest in one, or you just don't really feel like playing it anymore. I'm gonna go play some more games. Alright, this is Jubbs, and tomorrow is the AAC, and I'm so excited for that. So, yeah, alright, bye.